Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of the Joystix Podcast. Okay, so this is the first segment. It's going to be about Destiny 1 and Destiny 2.
Yes.
So D1 was released on the 9th of September 2014. D1 has a total of 4 raids offering exclusive gear for the endgame. Raids are 6 players that offer the bare minimum of help when it comes to objectives. D2 is similar in that sense, however it has 6 raids that again are 6 players only. The raids offer the chance to get help from other players, and the mode is called Guided Games. In D2 there is a weekly reset that changes the route of progression. Does anyone know? Has anyone played D2, D1?
Yep, I've played both.
I played D2.
Yeah, I played the beta of Destiny 1. But I didn't really enjoy it because it was just like the very first mission.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem like my kind of game.
Yeah, okay. What, where you pick up that...
It was like, I think it was...
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, I think it was half an hour.
I mean, it's really hard. It's hard to, like... Yeah, it was a long mission. I feel like it was, like, one of the missions where, like, you rather loved it or hated it. And, like, loads of people would, like, separate themselves from the game based off the first mission. And, like... That's where I kind of think, like, the Destiny franchise is, like, underrated and stuff, because, like, Destiny's such a huge, like, range of, like, characters and boss battles and stuff. And to me, personally, I feel like the season that got the game moving was the Taken King with Oryx. Because I feel like, oh, whatever.
It's fine,
I
if it comes back,
care.
well.
But no,
Yeah. I mean,
but no.
Like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. If he comes back, he comes back. But no. The thing is with Taken King is it was a story, and it was like, yo, this is sick. And then you like start to realise like the guy you're fighting is actually the father of Crota, and Crota, if anyone doesn't know, he was in the Crota Zen raid, and probably one of the best raids going in Destiny franchise. And, like, it just made you attached. And, like, you was there like, yo, this is his father, you know, the god of the Taken and stuff. And that's to me why Destiny's so good, is because if you think about it hard enough, they're really
so you
good
mean, like,
and
the
making
story's good.
a solid campaign.
Okay.
Yeah. The story's really enjoyable, especially with the characters who you can, like...
Yeah.
What's it called? Interact with, like, Cade. You start to realise he's the goofy one, the class clown. Savala, he's the serious one, and, you know, he cares about the tower and everything. Then Ikora, she's her, I guess.
Yeah, and Shax is just a crucible guy.
Yeah, where if you get like more than 3 kills in a row, he goes, yes! And yeah, it's mad.
I actually saw a video where they went into like a custom game, like these two guys.
Yeah.
And a guy got like 50 kills.
Yeah.
On his friend. Like, just see what happened.
Yeah.
And Shax was literally like, I don't know what to say and whatnot. Like, he was speechless. And so you get a special medal that's just called "Made This for You" or something like that, which I find hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah, that's funny.
And you know what? Thinking about it, me and you played Destiny together. Do you remember?
Yeah, we did, man. But we didn't really do that much. We just kept on trying to climb a tree in the tower.
Before it was, you know,
that's all we done in Destiny 1 was climb a tree. Before the tree was literally impossible to climb.
I mean, the thing is as well, like, the difference between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, it was like, it's like major, because you get to know the characters. And then Cade dies in Forsaken, which was just, it was heartbreaking, man. I remember like uninstalling the game because of it.
Yeah.
Just because of how boring it would have been without him. And then you realise, like, it actually did impact the story, which then made it even more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is with Cade's death, although, like, a lot of fans were like, oh, I'm so... the reason they done that is not only because the voice actor's contract was up, but like all the fan base, like it brought them back because of vengeance. Like you cannot tell me you saw the Queen's sister kill Cade and you wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was like really smart on their move, because like they found a way to bring back more fans by like making us emotional and stuff. Like I'm gonna be honest, man, when I saw Cade's ghost break, I was like, nah, Cade cool die. And then as soon as I saw Aldrin just shoot him directly in the face, bro, the only thing that was on my mind was killing Aldrin, and it was like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bittersweet ending.
Yeah.
Like when you actually killed him. Because you see, like, this guy that you've loved since D1. And he dies in, what was it? Was it the second or third DLC? Forsaken?
We'll just say Forsaken. Just call it that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a clue either.
Might have been third, I want to say. Because there was... Oh, actually, no, those might have just been add-ons. But yeah,
like what you said, though, like, when everyone saw Cade die, like, there was a lot of fans just leaving. And I feel like they should have took a different approach to Vengeance. Because the thing that annoys me most of all is if it was Zavala or Ikora, people wouldn't care. And that, to me, is like, if you're a fan of Destiny, you've got to appreciate every character.
Yeah, like every little detail.
Like, you've got to understand that, like, Zavala, the reason he didn't want to attack Aldrin is because he's just lost a best mate. And you can tell in one of those scenes where the Guardian speaks for the first time, Zavala's full of rage, like, you can tell. But, like, he doesn't want to, like, get anyone else killed. And I kind of respect that, like, he's just looking out for, like, the people that he's protected and shit, and, like, that's where I grew respect for Zavala, cause like I never really cared about him in D1, but in D2 where you see like him trying to hold his emotion over Cade's death, it was like, nah, man, this guy's in pain.
Like you see like people ripping into Cade a lot, like like most of the jokes are aimed at was just basically telling him to shut up and whatnot, and then as soon as he's dead, you could tell that they deep down missed him. But they didn't want anyone else to get hurt, like you said.
I feel like the one line that got me the most was in D2, if you play one of the old strikes, they've changed like the entire like line.
I know what you're on about.
And I remember Zavala going like, God, this was Cade's mission before. God, if only I could just listen to one more of his silly jokes. Like, that got me, man. It was like, yo, my guy's dead, man. Like, the problem is with, like, death in a game is it takes a while to process. You know what I mean? Like, you just, like, currently you're just covered with shock. You're there, like, oh, what just happened? And then as soon as you hear something that just tells you that the guy's dead, you're there, like, yo.
Yeah, like, it definitely, you know, it was like a roller coaster of emotions, that story. Which did end up, you know, sort of dealing with the processes of grief and then just summering down.
Yeah, definitely.
Which was a beautiful touch, to be honest.
Like,
just to see how much they hated him, but then miss him at the same time. Like, you don't know what you have until it's gone. And Cade was like a perfect example of that.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, though, like, many people have, like, literally the amount of times I've walked in the tower and walked at the exact position where Cade is. Bro, I can't help but, like, fucking salute sometimes.
Yeah.
I know that sounds, like, pathetic and shit, but, like, if you play Destiny...
carried the whole of D1. Probably.
Yeah, like, literally, every mission, you'd hear Cade just pop a joke and you just couldn't help but laugh at it. No matter how bad it was, or, But aside from Cade's death, Eris Morn came back in Destiny 2. With a shocking comeback as well, because we realised that these pyramids are something different. And, it's...
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't actually buy any DLCs past Forsaken. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
No, I'm buying the new DLC that's coming out soon, Beyond Light. and it looks so dope. Like honestly, it looks so cool. But no, Eris Morn came back, and that was a shock, to be honest. I was there like, oh crap, she's back.
Yeah.
And like, you know, she came back with what's it called? Shadow Moon or something. The Shadow Moon expansion, I think it was called.
Shadow Keep, I think it is.
That's it, Shadow Keep. Yeah. And she came back and like she just revealed like a whole, like I feel like Shadow Keep reminds me a lot of like Siva in Destiny 1, where it's like there's a whole new enemy. And then the cutscene when you finish the campaign where it's like you talking to yourself, like bro, like I know that holds more than just like you just talking to yourself. Like, you know, something tells me that they've got like Bungie've got something incredible planned for the next few years. Because I think they've confirmed that like Destiny 2 is going to get like 3 more years of expansions before they release Destiny 3.
I mean, the thing is, though, like, you see with, like, Bungie, just how easily they're willing to give up on a franchise. Like, you see with Halo, how they sold the rights to Microsoft.
Yeah.
You can see that they're sort of like, you know, I've beat this one to hell, let's just give it on to people who like money. And it's kind of sad, because, you know, they started development after they sold the rights to Microsoft.
Yeah.
You see, even now, you know, they have microtransactions in silver. Things like that.
Yeah, that's... Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that they have got to make their money. Because not only that, but they made the game free, which I've got to give them credit for, because, like, the amount of people who, like, want to play Destiny but can't because it costs too much or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
they've made it
problem
fucking
as well,
free, man.
Yeah, you saying make it free, but then at the end of the day, they're making it free because there's a low player count, not enough money being made.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of games being based around money. Like Call of Duty. As soon as, you know,
I feel like that's why I hate Fortnite so much.
As soon as microtransactions came, it just kills the game. To be honest. I'm not saying that because I don't have money or whatever. It's just I would much rather shell out on a game I know I can play for years to come than, you know, spend 50, 60, 70 quid on just like battle passes alone.
Yeah, agreed.
And I mean, with Fortnite and Warzone, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like, you see that their battle passes, they give you extra. Like, you spend 900, what is it, 950 COD points or whatever. Something like that, and then you get like 300, 400 extra back.
Yeah.
Like, it is one of those things where it's worth it, but then are you going to keep playing it when a guy's sitting in a corner? It just ruins the game, because a perfect example was, when I say it was BO4, like I bashed that multiplayer first. And then what ended up happening was they released a battle pass, which gave this, like, I can't remember if it was a Stingray or something like that. It's like a 2-burst gun.
Yeah.
And it 2-hits you.
Yeah.
So if you get hit by both pellets, you're dead, and it just made the game unplayable. Which, you know, I do have to commend, like, Modern Warfare, because what they've done is everything that you buy is just basically a camo. And,
a cosmetic.
Yeah, like cosmetic, but also the attachments that you gain from it. You not only, like, what's the word? Like, you can grind for it.
Yeah.
And it just makes it a lot easier to, you know, it's one of those things where it's, like, nice. Like, you're not constantly having to buy things to get better at the game. You just buy it once, play it.
You see, look, we're talking about like the battle pass for Destiny 2, but the thing that they do really good as well is like they sell a new exotic in each battle pass, and obviously if you buy the battle pass straight away, you get that exotic straight away. But not only that, if you don't decide to buy the battle pass, you can still get that exotic gun if you just grind. And I have to give them credit for that, because it's like, you know, don't get me wrong, you have to grind more for an exotic, but it's like, you know, you're still gonna get the exotic as long as you play the game. And like, you know.
Tom's a bit quiet here.
Yeah, I know.
It's just been us two rambling about games, man.
Yeah.
It feels nice though to actually talk about.
I don't know much about this topic anyway.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
true. You don't know too much about this.
yeah.
You know what I
But,
mean? Like, to see how much the whole like franchise has grown. You know,
yeah,
you grow on characters, like some characters grow on you, and then you lose
yeah,
them, and then you have to sort of
yeah.
get over that.
Yeah,
And it's
it is
just
mad.
it gives you the perfect like emotion when you need it.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest,
Like,
the like player rate wouldn't have like risen if it was Zavala or something like that. But because of the fact
yeah,
it was Cade, everyone was like, "Oh, no, you can't do that." And again, making it free is also an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time.
yeah, true.
Because you make less, but then you could potentially earn more with microtransactions like silver, as well as
Yeah,
DLCs. Which I'll be honest, the reason why I was completely put off D1 was just because when I came back, there was like 3-4 DLCs that were worth like 60 quid. And I paid like 60 for
yeah,
the game, so it was just like, oh. Like, I think if you use D2, it's like a perfect example of it's kind of overpriced, but at the same time, you can understand why it is.
yeah,
And so it doesn't really matter to that extent.
yeah. Because don't get me wrong, although it is like really overpriced, and some of the expansions can be like really overpriced, it's like the game must have took ages to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you walk into a strike and no one ever looks at the amount of detail that's
Yeah.
into the missions, like the bosses and the f***ing ads and stuff, and
Yeah, like you can see that they've taken care
guns.
in it instead of
That's what
just
I
like
mean.
chucking a
So,
few maps together. They've
yeah.
sort of
Because
placed
that's
things
that's
around.
why I kind of hate Fortnite, because
Yeah.
when you see a new skin in the item shop, you think, oh, that looks nice, but it's literally just one of the default skins and then just like a costume over it or something. But whilst in Destiny, when you check out the ornaments, like, don't get me wrong, they am like a costume on the gun, but like they're much more detailed. Like, if you look at every single ornament in the game, you can see like how much detail and how much effort they put into making the guns just look incredible.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I have to give Bungie, is that the guns in the game are just incredible. Like, even if they're weak at like everything, they still just look absolutely immaculate. Like, honestly, like, just
Yeah, I
mad.
mean, one thing I want to talk about as well is like the guilds in there. Like, how you get so
Oh
much
yeah,
rewards for them. Like, I was in one with my dad. A few of
yeah,
his mates, you know, my cousin
yeah.
was like brother, and we all just like played together. I remember doing a Leviathan raid,
Yeah.
first ever raid, and like it was a guild, and it was like 3 people who knew what they were doing, and then a few that didn't, and they did
Yeah,
kind of like take care of you in a sense. Like, they explained it to the
yeah.
point where you understood enough, but that you didn't get
Yeah,
overflown with information. Like, that just really sums up the Destiny sort
yeah,
of community, like the PvE
yeah.
community at least, because we don't want to get into PvP. Oh. Is it
But no, like,
Cold Heart, something like that, D2, where you can ricochet the bullets
yeah.
off the walls and it's like an insta melt?
I
Elliot
think,
bashed that, bro. It's like something like
yeah.
that. Was it
I
Lance?
remember,
Something Lance? Can't remember.
Polaris Land.
Yeah, I
No, it
think
wasn't that.
maybe. I don't know what it
Nah,
was
it's not
called.
that.
It's like
It
a,
was the
I want to say it's an energy. I'm not too sure though.
linear fusion rifle, where it's like a laser beam.
Yeah. Like a blue laser or
You
whatever.
have the Cold Heart and Prometheus lens.
Yeah, I was thinking Cold
I
Heart.
think
But it was,
Cold Heart was season 1, and then
yeah.
Prometheus lens was season 2.
I mean, the thing was as well, I came back during, I think it was year 3, maybe. Is it no, it's
Yeah.
not year 4 yet, is it?
No,
I came
I
back
don't
like
think so.
Forsaken, I came back to year 2.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
year 1
Forsaken.
gear. Like, I had it before like anything was done with raids. Like, just Leviathan, that was it for a bit. I just bashed that for about a month or 2. But then, you know, it was one of those things, like, I have almost every gear from year 1, and then you get given like year 2 and 3 and whatnot. You just sit there like, whoa, this is a bit too much. And you take a step back,
Yeah.
sort of thing. I was gonna keep buying like the DLCs, but I don't really have anyone to play with on Xbox because everyone that I do know, they're in like a guild and they're talking to other people.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of boring playing by yourself, isn't it, on Destiny?
Yeah,
Like, it
that
definitely
is
is
one
a
of the
problem.
problems with the game.
Yeah.
The problem with Destiny as a total is like playing on your own. You can like the problem with playing on your own is it's like there's two outcomes. You can rather really enjoy it or really hate it, and it's 9 times out of 10 that you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, I mean, normally whenever I play by myself, I put on a bit of K-pop and go shredding a bunch of ads. That's my day-to-day on Destiny. I haven't had it installed for the past like 3 months. I've just got rid of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got no one to play with, but you know.
Yeah. And this is another thing I kind of want to talk about as well. Like I really do. Like, honestly, I actually want them to add cross-platform into this game. Because, honestly, like, I feel like a recent game
you have
who's
a lot
added...
of disadvantages, though, don't you? It's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, a skill gap between Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
Yeah. But another thing as well about this game is, like, it's the community that really makes this game. Like, everyone can say it's, like, you know, the developers or the story makers. No. The game that made Destiny... The thing that made Destiny 1 so incredible was the community.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
if someone...
you see, like, all the tryhards, all the toxic people there in PvP, and you don't have to play PvP.
Yeah.
Like, you could just play PvE and get better gear. And so it's always like... sort of, you know, you're playing with nice people, you get better gear.
Yeah.
Another thing that I want to talk about as well in Destiny 2 that I feel like really holds back like casual players is the exotic catalysts.
Yeah.
And you lot might not have a clue what we're on about when it comes to
some
exotic
idea.
catalysts. But basically, you've got exotic weapons in the game, and they've got a unique perk that a legendary doesn't have. And if you see like a square with a yellow dot in it, that's where a catalyst comes in, where if you get double or multi kills, you spawn in orbs. But that's not the problem I have with the exotic catalysts. My problem is how you acquire the exotic catalysts.
Is it just like a bunch of grinding or something?
Yeah, there's I think there's one exotic catalyst called the Huckleberry, where it's a 1 out of 100% chance, but you do an heroic adventure, and you know you just gotta constantly grind heroic adventures until you get the catalyst, and I think that's wrong. I feel like they should add in the next season. They should add a vendor, like a guy who sells exotic catalysts for people who are casual, for people who don't want to grind as much. You know, just
someone who comes on 2-3 hours a day just to like just to
vibe, pretty much. Yeah, because the thing is as well is the catalysts are like you could grind everything, and there's like 2 catalysts in one thing you have to do. So like if you bash strikes, you can get the Trinity Gold, the Tractor Cannon, I think it's the Sweet Business, and the what else? I think it's just them 3. And imagine if someone's grinding for the Sweet Business catalyst, but yet they get the Trinity Gold and the Tractor Cannon one. I think that would just infuriate people.
Yeah.
So I'd love for them to add like a vendor who sells like 4 catalysts a week. Like kind of like Xur. Like Xur comes, he sells 4 catalysts, he comes back next Friday, sells 4 catalysts. Like that, I mean,
to me would balance it out.
That's what I mean as well, because like for casual gamers like me who don't have the time to grind constantly just to get a catalyst, you know, we can just go to Xur, get that catalyst, upgrade it and use it and have fun. And that's me personally, what I think would make this game more enjoyable.
All you have to do is make them like stupid expensive, and then the balance there, ain't they? Really, you know, make it so like it's enough that you're like, whoa, this is a lot. But then at the same time, make it worth it. Like maybe just randomize instead.
Yeah. But that's the last thing I want to talk about.
Second segment. Okay. Fallout was first released in 1997 by Interplay Entertainment before it was brought out by Bethesda Game Studios, which haven't done very well with the most recent games, like 76.
76.
Yeah, me and
Fallout
Jill would
Shelter.
know something. Fallout Shelter was good. What you on about?
It was good. I enjoyed Fallout Shelter.
Have you seen the Chinese version? It's a lot
When-
better.
when-
It's a lot better. Fucking hell, everything's better in China.
Is this
so
proper
true,
Chinese
like
Rob
anime
said?
and stuff.
Not sponsored.
Chinese
Did
anime.
you just say
Anime's Japanese.
anime? That's Japanese.
Nah, mate, there's some Chinese.
Okay, lads.
I don't think I've
Let's
ever had
get
a
this-
good Chinese.
let's just get it right.
Chinese drama. Though,
China is number
China,
one.
I've said it. Right.
Oh.
Chinese
Okay.
number one.
So,
So
Fallout is basically a capitalist crack wet dream about
Mm-hmm.
communists getting killed. That's most of it.
you need to mention that there was a great war for oil.
There was a
which
great
sounds
war for
very
oil.
American.
Yeah, there was a great war for oil, and
Which then
Canada
led
got
to
invaded.
nukes getting dropped.
Yeah, everyone died.
And then
Some people
Wasteland.
became immortal ghouls, which
Yeah, they got so irradiated they couldn't die.
I
But
just
like
see that
all
as an
their
absolute
skin
win.
was melted off and
I
whatnot.
still see this as an absolute win.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to I can't remember what the hotel was called in Fallout 4. You actually see the rep. Do you know what I'm on
Oh
about?
yeah, and he's pissed
like-
off with you.
Yeah, because he couldn't get in, but you did.
Oh, that's
But then you're
funny.
like, my wife/husband was shot, my kid was kidnapped, and he turns out he's like 70, 80 years old and runs looking after synths, mate. Like, he's known as the
Bro,
father.
that game
but
was
I don't remember
crack.
having daddy issues.
I hated that game.
Fallout
it's-
4 was one of my favourites.
I
say right here.
personally didn't like it.
Nah, you had Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, which had this like speed glitch that you could do in navigation. Because like if you click out the area, it pulls you into like this top view map, and you could just spam click to move faster or something like that.
Yeah.
It's how they played 5 games: Fallout 1, Fallout 2,
Jesus
Fallout 3,
Christ.
Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4. And it was literally like Fallout 3 onwards that just didn't have like speed glitches and were just out of bounds instead. They
Fallout
did it in
3
like
was
2
great.
hours. It was crazy. It's crazy to think,
Have
you
you
know,
seen? Have you seen the
just like
Fallout 3
Bethesda's
baby
like,
run?
you know what I can do? I can make this game so that it doesn't break. And then some other guys sitting there in the corner like,
Are
I
you sure about
disagree.
that?
yeah.
Are
I
you
disagree.
sure
Are
about
you sure
that?
about that? I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh.
Let me grab this bucket in the corner and jump outside the map on Fallout 4, mate.
Bro,
Yeah,
someone
bro.
beat Fallout 3 as a baby.
Yeah.
That game is not made very well.
Someone beat Fallout 4 literally addicted to chems. That's what I've already spoke about this.
Bro,
I mentioned it.
that's how
they,
I
they
did
like
my
used the
runs.
commands. Nah, they didn't do it like you. Like they used the console commands to get like every single drug and just use it.
Pussies. See,
But like
just
they
made
they
it
I'm
had
not
like,
playing this game.
minus. They had like minus 10 on all of their skills. He had like minus 10 agility and just had to like keep stopping, man. It was funny.
Bro, this game.
Like, you saw a guy literally beat it without having a pit boy at one point. For like the game's so broken, it's actually hilarious.
You know what's a funny thing though is if
What?
New Vegas, the best one, obviously. You
Yeah.
can blow up rocket ships for the fun of it. It's just like, why not? You can also
And you know,
raid out an
you had
entire
to go.
city.
Yeah, you had to go yes man. If you didn't go yes man, you're a no
You're a
man.
pussy.
You're a
No,
waste
no.
man.
It's Oasis Legion.
If you don't
Oh,
go
okay.
yes man, you're a waste man.
No, no.
Nah,
I
nah,
want
nah,
the
nah.
crucifixions,
Nah.
not
Yes
the
man was way
guns.
better. Yes
Well,
man was way better.
That game's basically 3 different political ideologies. Yes, man. I don't give a.
And it's
The
glorious.
NCR, please help. And then Legion, I will crucify you for looking at me wrong. Oh. And then just the one where you kill everyone, which is arguably the best ending.
I
You
mean,
need
what isn't fun
humans.
about? Yeah, oh no, I can't say that. something like that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'll mention it. It gets edited
Oh,
out. It's fine.
yeah.
What we'll do, censor it, okay? We'll edit it out. It's fine.
Oh, bro, but you gotta admit, Fallout 76 was probably the worst, considering the fact that the
I
the
got
special
lost.
edition was scammed.
I got
Was scam.
lost in the customization screen for 5 minutes because I panned my camera too close to the screen and they went invisible, and I didn't realize. So I was in the corner of a room thinking, where the hell's it gone? I was streaming it with JH, like, and as we was doing it, like, he was just sitting there laughing at me because I couldn't find it. And by the end of that, like, because it was the open beta, I was just like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna uninstall, get my money back. And I brought Red Dead Redemption 2.
Bro,
So-
I had a stupid bug where I could stand when a nuke gets dropped on you and not die. I was immortal to it, and I was level 1. I don't know what was happening with the game, but I couldn't die for a bit.
I saw a guy beat Fallout 4 with literally his fists.
Oh, that was good.
It's one of the funniest things because, like, you wouldn't expect, oh, this game might not be that broken, and then you just see a guy fist a guy to death, man. You just sitting there like, I was
No,
wrong.
that's epic.
There's
Yo, Epic
literally
Games.
a mod that makes Fallout 4 into Fallout 76,
Epic Games.
and then Tom's being a robot.
No, it's not
Nah,
robot. That
Rekid. UK Rekid.
it's
It's
called
Rekid
Magic
UK.
Chords.
Oh my
His
god.
folk chords.
It just
folk
works. It
All you
just
need to do is
works.
read some Sims 3 patches, man.
Right, imagine playing The Sims. Bobo.
Bro, Sims 3 Pets for the Xbox 360, best
You
game.
play Sims, you have
Best
a broken
Sims game
family.
ever, bro. Bro, I killed the whole family.
See, you have a broken family. So, like, if you play Team Fortress 2, you have anger issues, most likely.
Nah.
As seen by many
You've-
people I know.
You've never played, like, you definitely never played a proper Call of Duty in your life.
Yeah, right, I haven't played Modern Warfare and I got called.
Nah,
the N-word,
you
even
wouldn't
though I'm
survive
white.
Modern Warfare 2. You
Bro,
wouldn't
I
survive that
did.
game lobby, man. Nah.
I was the most toxic because I used throwing knives.
Modern Warfare 2. Right.
Yeah, Fallout's a mess, there you go. Mods fix it. Play with mods,
Oh,
when you don't,
yeah.
you're a dumbass.
Okay, so the off topic is going to be about Fedmon as well as the doc. We'll start with Dr. Disrespect getting banned, considering there's less to talk about. So has anyone actually watched the doc?
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of highlights from Doc.
I've
Pretty
watched a
funny.
couple of streams, but
I've
I'm not really
watched a
that bothered.
few where what's it called? He got shot.
Yeah, so
Oh
like,
like,
his
yeah,
house
yeah,
got
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
It happened like
Yeah.
twice, I think it was, but it was like a serious thing because obviously his wife and kid were in there, like in the house. with him.
Yeah.
And so everyone was like, "Oh, is it like psycho fans? Or was it haters?" And we still don't know. Like there wasn't no official statement, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if your fan shoots at your house, yeah, I would recommend changing your brand because
You would
that
be
is just.
surprised. A member of Twice,
BBC uploaded an article about
the
it.
oldest member of Twice, a K-pop band, she has an actual stalker called Josh. He just like stalks her every time. It's
Imagine
crazy,
liking
man.
K-pop enough to stalk
Yo.
someone. You know your life's gone pretty
Okay, man.
downhill when you like K-pop that much that you
Oh,
stalk someone.
speaking of K-pop, did you know that
No.
Elon Musk's son has a godmother, and it's Park Go-won from Luna? That's my favorite fact. Grimes herself admitted it. Like someone messaged it on Instagram, and she just replied with "yeah." And it was so funny because the whole like Orbit community, like Luna's fan base, went crazy over it. But anyway, off topic and then off
That
topic.
was off topic
Pick
and off
segment
topic.
was crazy. Whoa, that's off topic.
That's
Bro.
off topic at Inception.
Yeah, I was
More
about to
off
say, but then I forgot the word.
Then the actual.
But anyway,
topic.
so Dr. Disrespect was banned
So what?
a few days ago.
So what's the like original reason he's got banned?
No one knows.
It's
Nobody
unknown.
knows.
It's something
Not even
serious.
he
They haven't
knows.
released it yet.
Twitch
Yeah.
said, as in our process, we'll take appropriate action where evidence.
Yeah,
for a
they
stream is
haven't mentioned anything.
They've just said the normal thing where a stream is
Everyone
appropriate.
who basically knows that the doc doesn't even know. Like he
Mhm.
posted something on Twitter, which was like, whilst I still don't know why I got banned off Twitch. I give them
Oh,
firm
it is.
handshakes or whatever.
Yeah, Twitch has not notified me on the specific reason behind the decision. Firm
And to be
handshakes
fair,
to all theirs for support during this difficult
Twitch
time.
apparently has been banning a lot more people recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
they've
don't know why,
released new
but
terms of
Oh,
services, ain't
it
they?
might have to
Something
do that
like
new
see, that,
group
that's,
they made.
that's
Yeah.
stupid. If they've released new terms of services and they're banning people because the previous streams broke them terms of services,
Well, I
it's-
don't know,
it's
because
not
they did
right.
have problems with DMCA claims, weren't it? Like people
Was
like
it?
Fusely, like a member of Just Friends Offline TV.
Mm.
She had to delete like I think it was 6 years of memories off of a Twitch channel,
What?
like clips,
That's
just
messed up.
because they had
Jesus.
copyright songs. But the thing is, you can't even dispute it because they're in the right. Like the people who are
Mm.
dishing out these DMCA claims.
I just
And
don't
it
Yeah,
just
think
it
yeah.
sucks that people abuse their power. Like you see on YouTube as well. You put like 7 seconds of an outro, and it claims the whole
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
Like you saw it with Grade A Under A. He made like it was $1,000, something like that, and he had like 23 million views on a video, and he only made $1,000 because of DMCA claims.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I watched him
Or
in
but
ages.
more like they're getting claimed by the company and actually taken down, which is messed up. Because in a
Yeah, that
sense,
is.
I could upload a song and then take it off other people, like if they use even a second of that song,
Yeah, yeah.
and they won't be able to dispute it because of the fact that the music's big.
Yeah,
It's just
it's-
it's like messed up people abusing power. Like back in
Yeah, yeah.
2007, 2008, things like this didn't happen.
Mm.
More importantly,
Mhm.
like you just see how like YouTube and Twitch have gone downhill.
Ooh, hang on. If we're going to talk about stream services, should we talk about Mixer shutting down?
yeah.
Ooh, we could.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
that's a
like the-
good
Well, we'll
topic.
talk about Fed and then we'll on to Mixer.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So that was basically about the doc. We don't really know too much. Like he doesn't know
Yeah.
people who know him,
Yes,
doesn't know
yes,
people who
yeah.
are basically in the know of Twitch.
It's basically
They don't
all
know.
allegations.
Yes, it's
and
Yeah.
all
not
the way.
Speaking of
So-
allegations, there's some confirmed ones about Fed.
Oh, speak up.
Yeah,
Mm.
like Pokey, Yvonne, and apparently Lily Pichu. Those
yeah.
three have actually like had proof that Fed was sexually harassing them in a sense. Like
Oh.
Jesus.
he kissed like Yvonne's hand and also touched the side of her breast,
Oh
allegedly.
my god.
And of course, these accusations are basically confirmed, and
That's
he got kicked out. But the thing is, with Fed, I think he's got more of a messed up mindset. Like I
Yeah.
think his
It sounds
intentions
like it.
weren't harmful, because he seems like an amazing dude. But like it seems like
That's the
you
thing,
add
though. Like,
alcohol, add the fact that he's lonely,
yeah,
things like that,
that's the
and he just
problem
tends to
with
go
like.
haywire.
That's the problem with like past experiences, though, because
Yeah.
like it's mad how like something that happened in the past can affect you in the future.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he got kicked out of offline TV. He was one of the core members. He was literally an editor before he started
Yeah,
streaming.
yeah.
And to be honest, he was probably the funniest member before Michael came. Like Michael and Disguised Toast, they're probably the only funny people I'd class them as.
Yeah.
Like Scara mentioned it in one of his, like he made a clip about it, and a few other people have, and
Mm.
they've said they did a 3-hour intervention, and that Fed went off after the intervention, and then
Yeah.
started like telling other people a different side of the story, like his only
Mm.
side. But then I think, how can you have an intervention for 3 hours and it not sit well? Like you obviously didn't do enough.
Yeah.
Like imagine someone's doing drugs or whatever, and you go, shouldn't do that, and you just repeat that for 3 hours. Do you really think
Yeah.
they'll be like, maybe I shouldn't do that? Like you show pictures, like you show people talking about things like that.
Yeah.
Things that hit them hard.
Mm.
And they that would hit harder than oh, you shouldn't do that. That's bad.
Yeah.
Because you hear that all your life, Men shouldn't harass females. Females shouldn't harass men.
Yeah.
It's like, all right then. But then you don't really know what to do when you're drunk. You have no real control.
Yeah, that's true.
So those
Which is
YouTuber
what's more
fucking
messed up,
apology
like-
videos.
Yeah, like the thing is, I don't trust the whole situation. I think they didn't do enough, and they're just exposing him now. But they're just ruining him as much as they possibly can, which is sad because you saw
Yeah.
Fed edited for basically everyone, like the core members, like Scara, Lily, the other lot. Like he was there for them,
Yeah.
and a few mistakes, like the major mistakes. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
should they really be like, you should get out there. You should be looking to find him help rather than just shooting him away.
Yeah.
And I
That's
know
true.
he did affect a lot of people. Like, allegedly, he was like 4 or 5 people. Like, it wasn't just offline TV, it was their friends as well. But at the end of the day, if you're doing things like that, you should really try to get him not to if he's your friend.
Yeah.
Like, if one of you lot was doing things like that, I don't think I would be able to, sit down and shoo you away. I'd want to make sure that you're okay. And that, like,
Yeah.
that your mindset is okay. Because it could be a massively flawed mindset like Fed. But it might not be your fault, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, there's more experiences behind it than what is let on.
Like, this is the thing, though. Like, if that person's been through like the pain that he's delivered, like that's the only thing he knows. You know what I mean? Like, say for example, if like
why he was. Oh, sorry.
like for example, like the main thing that happens, and I think this has happened to a familiar YouTuber called Say No to Rage. He's been accused of sexually harassing 10 women, but he said in a past podcast, and he's got full proof of this, he was 16 and he was raped by his girlfriend. And that, just something as small as that, like someone treating you like that, can mess your mind up. And the guy,
that's what I'm
don't get me wrong, although he's done something bad, the guy looks broken, and like it pains me to see someone who's that broken to the point where they have to rely on therapy. You know what I mean? Like that's when you know someone is like completely broken, when they've got to have therapy to get their mindset back to normal.
Therapy.
And like, don't get me wrong, therapy's a good way, but
See, I don't know much about this whole
it's always
thing,
a good start, Yeah, but like at the end of the day, people like most like rapists and serial murderers, they've had something traumatic happen in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm not, saying that Fed's a rapist or a serial killer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the psychology's there. Like, he's been through a lot, and the people around him have helped him. But I don't think they've helped him enough to heal.
Yeah.
And so he sees things like this as acceptable in a sense, which is it's sad, But as friends, you shouldn't be shooing people away just because they've done something like that to you. Like, I haven't
definitely
touched or anything inappropriately, and I know that that's wrong. Like, to be touching people inappropriately. But at the end of the day, even if it happens, like, or someone does it, I would be there to, like, try to get them help. Like, to see the better of them, rather than just, you're a rapist, you can get out. I don't care that you've edited for years. I don't care that you've brought most of the jokes, you can go.
True, you say this, but a lot of people also think this, but in the actual situation, you never know what you'll actually do.
Like, that's
like
the
say
thing.
you're getting mugged, you think you're going to fight back, but most likely you're going to pick your pants and give them your wallet.
Yeah.
I'd piss on them.
What did I just...
Golden shower.
I have no idea. This is
I'll
fun.
piss on them.
No!
Mate,
You know exactly what I'm on
no,
about.
no.
Bodily fluids. You know exactly what I'm on about.
Bro, this is worse than feminine
but,
frequency. But at least we actually have
anyway,
content.
Oh my
the
god.
thing is...
I just slandered an entire different podcast. Jesus.
It's
I can do
fine,
this, but I
smaller than them.
basically stole money, so I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
Tax avoidance is legal.
Cut
that
that
bit.
one, Bill. That one's perfectly fine.
It's morally wrong, but perfectly fine. In the eyes of the law. I like it how Tom's just like really quiet.
I feel bad. Tom's going to edit half this out.
Yeah. Well, I
Okay,
mean, he doesn't have to edit everything. He's muted his
True.
mic again. Yeah, but like, like, I don't think Fed is a bad guy. I'll keep saying this. He helped me through a lot when I was in
Yeah.
like a really bad point in my life. Like, he was the only person who could make me smile, and it sucks to see him in a situation like this. But at the end of the day, you've got someone like Pokimane who hates the fact that people want to talk about her and like criticize her. In that sense, like you see with It's a Gundam, he lost like potentially thousands just because she had a problem with him calling her fans simps, as if it wasn't a fact.
Yeah, but another thing that about Pokimane though is like she's there like, oh, don't talk about my body and stuff, but like literally, yeah, she exposes her body so much to the point where like,
like she's like innocent but not. Like she wants people to think that she's innocent.
She's a female streamer. Like, of course, she's gonna show like a bit.
To be fair though, she ain't as bad as a Linity or something like that.
I don't know, man.
No,
This
I
is
heard a Linity.
the problem with like.
I'm
Like,
interested.
there's
From
some
the sim-
females.
Like, Pokey just seems fake.
Yeah.
You can't.
Like,
you
she-
can't tell me otherwise. She's fake.
Which one hid?
Yeah.
Which one hid a
You
spouse
saw
for
her
like an
during
entire
when she
year?
was reacting
Marilyn
to It's a
Manson,
Gundam.
I think.
What?
Marilyn Monroe.
I'm on about the
Marilyn
streamer. Jesus,
Marilyn
Oh, I'm
Manson
confused.
not the person
is
who
an
hit
artist.
someone.
I'm
Okay.
confused. No, what's the name? The one who dated Deji, and then she was postponed. Apparently, like she was
Shut up.
Ketamine.
Sorry. Look like I can edit all this bit out talking over.
What? Katerina.
No,
Katerina.
I can't remember.
Wait, what she's
Katerina.
actually done? I need to Google this. What she's actually been doing since it
She
happened.
cheated on Carson.
I know, how dare she and Carson. He's all.
I know, right?
I'll simp. I
Bits of all
simp.
people
This
as
is
the only
well.
man
off
I simp
topic,
for.
it's actually.
He's
Carlson's
Carson.
amazing, man.
I simp for Carson. I don't care.
Who doesn't?
Okay, that's a bit far.
That's mate. You're on your own there, man. I actually don't watch Carson that much. I might have to
I
start
love
watching him
Carson, man.
soon.
Carson's
He's-
perfection.
he's-
Oh, Carson's bang.
He's our chunky king.
Oh, speaking
We
of,
like
Carson,
We like.
do you know that Toby, like John on the radio, he's
Tell him.
apparently
Oh, yeah.
transitioning? Like, I swear down. He was talking about it, and I was
I
like,
swear to
what
God,
a boy, man.
Isn't the Carson the guy who had like a major crush on Pokimane or something?
No, that was.
No, he's the one about
No.
me.
Who simps for
Simping
Pokemon?
for Pokemon.
Yo,
Mate.
Greek God X.
Yo,
GGX
Greek
is
God
such a
X,
guy, man. I don't even care.
Simp for Pokemon. You deserve the blade.
He would simp for Pokemon. He can just simp
Bro,
for
she made
Call Me
someone lose the
Carson.
sponsor. She's not exactly a nice person.
I feel like
Yeah,
simp
and
for
the way
another
that she
female
reacted
streamer.
as well. Like, you could
Bro.
tell that she was really tilted, but was trying not to be.
She told the fans to go harass him, basically.
One sec, guys.
Yeah,
Trying to
she
add-
Oh yeah,
literally
she
went,
doesn't like being harassed. Like that's a bit.
yeah, like
Critical,
hypocritical and can't take
Oh,
criticism. Like, it's different, you should be encouraging your fan base not to be wasting money on you.
Do you want another thing though as well?
Pokemon-
Pokemon's main age group of her like, it's like kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's like another problem as well.
Anyway,
like if you're
we're
doing
off
shit like
topic.
that.
Let's shut.
Mixer shutting down.
So Mix is shutting down.
Mixer's so.
Why is Mix shutting down, actually?
What is Mixer shutting down? Facebook.
Yeah.
Mix
Facebook gaming.
for
Facebook
People-
game.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this. Like apparently, like
But-
most of the most popular people have gotten like offers for Facebook.
No,
Like, bro.
Facebook's brought Mixer. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay, he's become.
The thing is though,
One day.
the thing that
Not
me off about
good.
Mixer most of all is that they use Ninja as a sponsor for their app.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah,
but
Twitch
bro,
was
don't
so
forget-
that.
Don't forget.
Let's
They
not
actually
forget.
is partnering
Let's
with Facebook
not
Gaming.
forget Twitch literally
Facebook
turning
Gaming.
around. Let's
When
not
you
forget that
wasn't
Twitch
joking
turned
about
around.
Facebook Gaming.
We wasn't joking it.
What?
What?
Oh my
Facebook
god!
Gaming,
Wasn't
nah,
joking.
nah.
Facebook.
I
brought
didn't
it.
think that was
Yo,
a thing.
even,
I thought you
Did
was
you not know-
joking.
Wait, you don't know Facebook gaming?
What's wrong with you?
How do you not?
I'm not
That's where
middle-aged.
Undies, fam. We're gonna game as a gift.
We just said his
He's
full name.
actually
We got to
on
censor
Facebook.
this, and we have to censor
Okay,
his name.
JR is on Facebook.
Mate, he looks
JR
so
Lal
depressed
Token.
sometimes.
This video is not sponsored by anybody listed.
Jimmy Sap.
Fuck, this is not a video. This is a podcast.
Oh, Jamie's the only one who caught onto that. It's like, this is Jimmy Sap.
Oh my god, it's a Jimmy Savile.
No, don't touch me
Running away
there.
from the
This is my Jimmy Square.
Copyrighted square.
Oh no, don't touch me there. This is my we're getting sued by the government square.
No, this is no, don't touch me there. This is
Wait, we're British, so we've quickly got to
Cup
do
of tea.
something for Britain. The Queen will outlive us
Queen
all.
Wing Gulag.
The Queen will
The Queen will
I
wing
don't
gulag.
think you lot
Bro,
understand.
She's clutched it
yeah,
for
no,
Prince Philip as well.
She's been
Man,
buying
does not-
deployments for 4,500.
Hey, she's rich, of course.
That's why we're
Buying
in debt, because they
redeployment.
just keep buying each other back in and dying.
Like, you'll be sent to the Gulag.
Infinite,
Fight to escape.
infinite life.
Do you remember
Got
when?
total
Wait, it's doing Dylan Tom. Do you remember when we played Warzone? Like how
It was
terrible that was.
Oh, mate, I was.
I played with
You know
Bill
that
and he
game, don't
screamed
chat.
down the mic. You crashed the car into a
Yeah,
stationary tree.
it's part of
not
the game.
acid.
What do I
It's
say? It's part of the
experience.
game.
In the
EA
all-new
Sports,
Tom
it's in the
sucks
game.
at Warzone SUV, there are no airbags. You will die immediately.
No,
on
haven't you saw that
impact.
picture where it's like,
EA
we die like men,
Sports,
no
it's in the
airbags.
game.
Please make sure that all airbags are ready and primed if anybody goes to get in the car with me. Thank you for
The
listening.
funniest thing about like this, we have nothing really to say about Mixer
No, not really. We know.
because it was a
sucked.
lot less tedious on Xbox.
One of our partners is moving
No,
to
it wasn't.
Twitch.tv.
Wait, no shout out. Come on.
Well, come on. Serves
But
it
I
bad.
don't
Jam,
trust.
jam, jam,
I
jam.
don't trust
Deserves
Twitch.
it.
They
It's
suck.
pretty good.
Yeah, it was funny.
Hey,
Bro,
Also,
Twitch
he's
is
followed
fun.
our podcast
If you're a
on
woman, you're
Instagram,
basically a
so.
partner
As
immediately.
he.
Mhm.
You have an Instagram. Since when?
Guys, please follow us
Oh
on
wait,
our
I follow you.
Instagram.
I forgot about that.
Joystix_podcast.
Or at Little Lagger, LITT.
No, actually, yeah, sure. I'll tag everybody that's technically a thing.
No, get out,
No,
Phil.
because in my bio I have co-host
Yep.
of
Yep,
podcasts,
yep,
so
yep.
I am good.
I don't. I have no bio.
But
Get
anyway,
out.
like I said, go to Twitch.tv and type in the following: JRSCUDERIA.
Okay, so we should probably also mention the fact that, you know, the Discord server's open to everyone. If you want to, you know, hop in, give a few suggestions here and there.
The Discord's in the description.
Alrighty then, this has been the Joystix Podcast. Deuces.
Deuces!
Deuces.
adios, my amigos.